We as an institute understand the importance of the industry's perspective in delivering good quality management education. Keeping up with this idea, today, as a guest of honor, we have among us Mr. Rajiv Kapoor. He is the Executive Vice President and Chief People Officer, Fortis Healthcare Limited. He has 27 years of rich corporate experience. He has been a member of CII-HR National Committee, co-chair of North CIR-ER Committee, member of the CII National Committee on Skill Development and Women Empowerment, member of WICI Task Force on Migration and Diaspora and convener of HR Panel CII Haryana. He is a regular speaker at industrial forums, HR forums, ILO workshops and seminars at leading these schools. He is associated with CSR programs, IAYP program and Global Dignity program. He has convened 3 CII national seminars on HR and IR. He has presented a paper in the Indo-European Union Summit and submitted case studies to VLFM curriculum. His experience spans over distinguished companies like Shriram Group, Goodyear India Limited, JCB India Limited, etc. He is a technology enthusiast who enjoys listening to music and is an avid golfer. With these words, I'll request Mr. Kapoor to please come on the dais and share his thoughts with us. So.
Good morning, friends. So while we just load the presentation, I just wanted to understand how many are you from the NCR area? Almost 30%. Okay, not bad. So which means a lot of you have come to Noida for this particular course, which is excellent. So that speaks a lot. And how many are you because you wanted to be here? Tough question, but of course not very. So I'm coming back to my earlier question. I got a very confused response. How many of you are here because you wanted to be here? Very few. I saw about just 10% hands go up. So what about the rest of you? You're here to fulfill somebody else's dream? No answers? But I'm sure you are at the right place at the right time and you're going to enjoy the experience. And when you leave the institute, you will be a much more accomplished person ready to take on the world. So what I'm going to talk about for the next 20 minutes to you is a little bit about my organization I represent. Then I'll give you a glimpse of where we are in the current, at the current time spot in the globe. There's a small video I'd like to share with you, and then come to the topic I want to share with you on what we as industry or as a service industry expect new joiners to possess as qualities or competencies. So I'll be speaking more on that. So it won't be much gyan, so I'm sure you're going to like it. So first let me welcome you to a brand new start. Speakers before me have also congratulated you on your decision. You're at the right place at the right time and you're poised for the next level or next leap in your life. So congratulations for making that decision. I'll just briefly introduce you to the organization I represent, which is Fortis Healthcare. This is also not a very old organization, it's pretty young. 96 was the year it got incorporated. We currently run about 62 healthcare delivery facilities, which include 35 large facilities and about 20 satellite and heart command centers. 7 hospitals are under development as we speak. We are international and nationally accredited hospitals by bodies like JCI, NABH. You may not understand these bodies, but they are certifying bodies about the efficiency and hygiene factors, the proficiency of the hospitals. We have presence across key specialties in tertiary care like cardiac sciences, neurology, ortho, renal, and so on. This is how a year in life of Fortis looks like. Just I want to share some numbers. We do close to 54,000 cardiac procedures, 15,000 orthopedic procedures, 23,000 oncology treatments, about 8,200 newborns, and about 1,30,000 dialysis patients. So, in short, we touch millions of lives year after year. That's what Fortis is for you. Now, this is breaking news. Why I say so? Because this came yesterday only, so it is fresh out of the oven. Our Fortis Memorial Research Institute, Gurgaon, has been ranked as number 2 out of the 30 most technologically advanced hospitals in the world. So I think it's a proud moment, not only for Fortis, but for India. We are a medical destination. So our hospital in Gurgaon is number 2 in the world. So that's a pretty proud moment for us, and this news came yesterday afternoon only. We talked about values. Every organization has values, every family has values, जिनको हम संस्कार कहते हैं. So every organization also has a lot of sanskars. So these are our Fortis values. We live by these values. You can read them: innovation, ownership, teamwork, integrity, patient centricity. So we weave these values in whatever we do in the organization. And what is it like working at Fortis? The left side tells you we have a very empowering atmosphere, approachable senior leadership, we have a very friendly atmosphere at work, mentoring programs are there, internal job postings, we promote internal talent, high potential identification, and we develop internal leaders, learning opportunities are ample, internal talent development, leadership development programs, so that we spawn leadership talent from within the organization, engaged and committed workforce. We have about 16,000 people working for our organization. Potential-based succession planning, and the best of it, it's a fun place to work. Some snapshots, you can just go through quickly the slides. You can see a lot of activity keeps happening. Every day there is something planned, and our promoters, Malvinder and Shivinder, they are pretty active in meeting people, living the values, developing people. They talk to youngsters. They are pretty engaged. They work very hard with the team. You can see them at various places. So these are some snapshots again. Fun at work. What do we look for when we recruit people in Fortis? We look at a lot of energy and dynamism, and that is how healthcare is being defined right now. A lot of energy is required. It's a growing sector. It's a sunrise sector. So anybody with mediocre energy will not be able to go through. You need a lot of energy to drive yourself within the healthcare sector. Ability to master change. It's an ever-changing scenario in healthcare. Ambition, drive, team orientation, innovation, ability to challenge status quo, speed, sense of urgency, getting the things done now, not waiting for anything to happen, tolerance for ambiguity, integrity of course, community oriented, and passion for excellence. Healthcare is all about clinical excellence, so we have to deliver excellence. So that's in brief about Fortis. Now I'm going to play a little bit of a video for you. Let me see if I can. Should I go back to the video? This video gives you a lot of information of the time point we are in right now. So please watch carefully. India's number one. This you must be familiar with. So I think in a capsule, this gives you aware where you are, what's your position in the timeline, what you can expect in the future, and how the technology is shaping everything. So what was said before me, that what you study here is good, but it won't be too much useful when you start working. So you have to learn what is not taught. You understand that? There's an article in the magazine also which you have, what they don't teach you at MBA schools. There are books written on this. So learn what is taught, but also learn what is not taught. That is going to see you through your career in the future. So you're all at the cusp of a new beginning. Please feel happy, smile, even if you're not here because you wanted to be here. So this is how the flow of my presentation is going to be. Are you future ready to be hired? The current generation, which is your generation, what changes does the industry expect? How do you create that edge? Cultural sensitivity and national pride. And if we have time, we'll have some question answers. A little bit of a brain-breaking session. Quiz. Who's this? Louder? And what does she do? Okay, good. Who's this? Okay, very good. Those are the easy ones. Shantum Narayan, Adobe Systems. नहीं पता?
He's from Rexy, but I don't know.
No, he's not from. I work for those people who work for us. He's not that one. He's Ajay Banga, MasterCard. You all must be having credit cards. So he heads MasterCard global. Reckitt Benckiser, one of the world's largest organizations. These are all Indians who now head global organizations. They made us proud, they made the country proud, they made their families proud. So we aspire to reach these levels. Do you think when they were sitting in an inaugural session in their MBA college, they had these things in mind, that I will be heading Microsoft one day? Or Pepsi one day? Do you think they could ever think? Well, it's good to dream, but could they dream that I am going to head Microsoft? None of them. So it happens. You have to work hard towards your dream. And your dream may be small now, but it can continue to grow bigger as you move forward in your career. I'd also like to highlight some of the points these people have said. If you look at Rakesh Kapoor, I've highlighted the point, I'm son of the soil. Mr. Thakur also mentioned humbleness, connect to the ground. Why he has reached where I think most of us would kill for to reach, but he's still humble, he's still connected to the soil he belongs to. That is what has to be noted. They're not flying very high. Shantum Narayan, Adobe person, he's still looking to add value wherever he can. Read what he says. Early in my life in India, I did not necessarily go to the right schools. I didn't always take the right jobs. I didn't even get the right grades. And I really didn't have much time, that much long-term career plan, beyond having an impact and adding value wherever I go. That is what matters. That is what the organization looks at you. Your qualification will get you an entry into an organization. Beyond that, it is how much value are you adding to the organization. Whatever you do, whatever position you are, even if you are a CEO, you still have to add value. You've reached the top of the organization, but you still have to add value. That is what is required. Indra Nui, Leadership is hard to define and good leadership even harder. But if you can get people to follow you to the ends of the earth, you are a great leader. The Time magazine quote, India's leading export is what? CEOs. Unlike say a Swedish person or a German, an Indian executive is raised in a multi-ethnic, multi-faith, multilingual society, one nearly as diverse as the modern global marketplace. That's an advantage we have. There will be people in the room who come from various geographies, where the weather conditions are different, languages are different, your cultural things are different, your sanskars are different. So it's a mini world in itself. That is why Indian managers are able to adapt wherever they go. Our adaptability, our able